Hi, everybody. DJ Yoakley with you for another edition of East Palestine Basketball Coaches Corner with Bill Stanton. Coach Stanton, first off, congratulations. A big victory to really get the EOAC season started. Talk to me about the weeks going towards this Letonia game and how you've seen your team kind of build momentum.
DJ, thanks for having us again. And we kind of thought about it, and we went and played three tough teams in the beginning of the season, and then go play Letonia, who's another tough team, but finally go ahead and play in league play, and it means a lot more to us. The kids came out and just fought from beginning of the game till the end, and that's what kind of set the tone and got us the win.
You've been around the locker rooms a long time. I mean, you're one of the younger coaches in the entire area. When you look at that kind of hypnosis from being able to kind of get your feet under you and get up to speed with basketball from the transition of football and then into conference play, what's been the biggest kind of upswing for you, and why is that so different?
Keeping kids healthy and making sure we're all on the same page is kind of a big thing right now because of the fact that we did have some kids hurt from football. And then looking at, game 3 is the first league game. So it's not a lot of time to go ahead and get things ready and get in for that first league game. So there's more of the fact of we're just going to go out and play tough and stuff will fall in where it needs to. But we're still putting stuff in. So, hard work was basically the key to that.
Can you feel the difference in a league game versus a non-league game at this point?
Yeah, you can definitely. The first 3 games, they were great teams. Great. The Mohawk tournament was great, but you just kind of get a different feeling in your gut and in the stands. And the biggest game I think we've played in a while was on Friday night. I hate to say it, but our football team struggled a little bit, and people from Palestine were just behind us. They want to see our sports teams good. And that kind of showed, and I was real happy. We had a lot of people there, and the crowd was real loud, and it was a good thing helping our boys out.
And it was on the road, nonetheless. It's a nice travel day for East Palestine, a Friday night, and you guys pull off a 53-52 victory over the rival Bears. What was that like going into it? It came down to pretty much the last possession of the ball game. When you look at it, do you feel like you were able to coach your boys up to the situation, or do you think they reacted well on the court?
Oh, I think of both. I know I give a lot of credit to my staff. They did a great job of making sure when a kid came off the floor, they understood the situation. They knew why they had to do it, or why we did this, or why we did that, and how to handle it. We're very young, so to be able to handle a situation like that, it all comes down to explaining to them and why are we doing this, why are we doing that. But at the same time, Zion Figley, great kid that didn't play last year, comes back this year and starts playing, knocks 2 great free throws down at the end of the game. As a coach, you always hate to see you to put on your practice plan for 10 minutes of free throws and waste that amount of time. But in all reality, you realize that you're really not wasting it. It shows up there at the end. So glad to see him hit 2 free throws at the end of the game that are big. I remember at about the 2:30 mark looking down at my staff and saying, this time can't go fast enough. I just need this 2:30 to go, and let's move forward. So it was a long period of time. It felt almost like an hour. It was only 2:30 on the clock, 2 minutes and 30 seconds that ran for a while.
What were some of the biggest challenges you saw and you faced against Letonia on Friday?
Well, I think we had Jonathan Berdovich is the kid that we've been looking to mostly as our not best player, but our go-to player. He's averaging about 19 points a game. And I still will not forget, and I probably won't forget this for a long time, but with about 30 seconds to go in the ball game with us up 1, Tyler Bastarkey was standing on the top of the court, and Jonathan Berdovich had 2 people on him, and he didn't even have the ball. They thought that he was such a threat that he needed 2 people on him. So to see him be double teamed and him not being able to get the ball and kids being able to step up, other guys being able to step up, Tyler Bastarkey, Zion Figley, Brandon Turcola, Evan Smith, just Tommy Chastain, guys that were willing to step up when they took Jonathan out of play. And you know what? Again, I'd be troubled to not say Jonathan too, because you think about it, 19 points with two guys guarding him, that's pretty incredible. I can't even get 19 points with one guy guarding me, but he got 19 with two guys guarding him. And
well, that's why you're coaching and not playing in the league, right?
Yep. I mean, I kind of lost my playing days when I could only score on one person and not two, when he can score on two. So.
Well, I saw a little bit of a highlight where Tyler Bastarkey got a steal, moved it up the floor to John, and what a sidestep, behind the back layup lefty, I think he went. So you talk about being able to deliver in clutch situations, but whenever he's in transition and it's one-on-one opportunity, he's able to come through. He's a sophomore. People don't really put it together that you're looking at a 15-year-old, 16-year-old young man who still has a ton of experience to gain. What does this mean? And that really, across your roster, what does this mean about how good East Palestine can be? And can you guys scratch the surface on that this year?
That's the funniest thing. I not even knowing you were going to ask me that question. On Friday night, he did that move. And I'm very close with Jonathan. Jonathan and I talk probably, even out of season, out of season once, twice a week, but in season we talk every night just to see where we're at and all that. And he went behind his back, and that was a great move. The sidestep was incredible. But you heard the crowd oohing and awing and didn't believe that the 16-year-old kid, as you said, his 15, 16-year-old kid did this. But I kind of, if you see the video, I just am laughing there because I've seen it every day. I know that he has those moves in him to be able to do it. But people, again, haven't seen that out of him. He's a great player. But it's not just him. I mean, Tyler Bastarkey's a sophomore. Tommy Shastine, Evan Smith's a sophomore. And to go ahead and get that win on Friday night just builds on what we're trying to do. And what, I hate to say it, but people should be afraid of us in the coming years because we have all sophomores and two juniors, and the future looks bright. If we can keep going and keep our grades up and keep doing the right things, then the future looks bright.
I know that people are nervous about you now, well, in the coming years, I should say, but we need to talk about now. Your next 4 games, challenging to say the least. Southern, Mohawk, United, and Columbiana. This is a stretch of games where you can have a few signature wins, including one at the Battle of the Borders this Saturday, where you're bringing a lot of teams into East Palestine, Mohawk from across the border, being able to incorporate some things. But really, those last two on the graphic there, United and Columbiana, those are the ones that need underlined. As well as, I mean, you look at EOAC with Southern as well this week.
Yeah, looking tomorrow, which Southern is a great basketball team. Coach Grimm coaches them up well, and they'll come out and they'll be ready to fight. Just so as we will too. We've scouted them out. We'll go tonight and do what we need to do to prepare. And then looking at Mohawk, that's a great Battle of the Borders. We're bringing in 10 teams to go ahead and play 5 games in our gym. That's a great publicity for not only our program, but the girls program and for the school district. So we're very happy about that. And then looking at United, Coach Cadvan and I are we're very close. So to go ahead and that'll even out the score, that'll change the score. It's even right now. It's 1-1 in our battle. So we're really hoping to go get one against United. So Coach Stanton can brag a little bit on Coach Cadvan and let him know that he's got the upper hand on them because we hadn't beat them much before last year. And then, you know what? Columbiana, an experienced team, a lot of seniors. I would look at Southern and Columbiana as the favorites to go ahead and win the league. So within about a month, you got both teams coming into your gym. You knock one of them off, there's your signature win, and there shows the program where it's at. So the kids going to work hard. They always do. But those two are pretty big for us.
So you said it. They're coming into your gym. The next 4 games all at home. How important is this stretch to get your legs under you, if you will?
Well, a lot of people will tell you that on the road so much different than at home. I don't see a lot of difference in our kids, and it might be because they're so young and they don't think about it that much. But we don't see a large difference in, besides we have to get our gear ready and get on the bus and go. But I don't see a large difference in my kids when it comes down to, did they play better at home? Do they play better away? Actually, I think they play better away because our gym is so noisy that the noise kind of gets to them. So that's
you want people to quiet down. Is that what you're saying? We could turn the volume down in the dog pound.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying don't come out and support the team, but it's just an echo. You'll even hear me echo when I'm in the gym. People think I'm yelling real loud, and I'm really not. I'm just a loud person in general, but it's just an echoing gym. So I don't see a big difference, but it's great to finally get home and finally play some home games when the first 4 were away.
And that's going to be huge. To me, you talk about there being no difference between home and away games. You got to be able to win games in your gym, and then you roll the dice 50-50 on the road. So if you guys can get a go 4-0 on this streak with already an opportunity with Latonia, a victory against the Bears away, it's a nice start to the season, and it's a nice way to get East Palestine back on the basketball map here in the area. So now that we're looking at Christmas, about a week or so away, Coach, what's on your Christmas list, and what kind of things do you look at this time of year and just be grateful for and looking to spend time with the family and whatnot?
Well, the first thing is you hit the nail on the head, is spending time with the family. I don't have any kids yet, so we don't have anything to spend with it. We don't have to do that, but those will soon come. But just spending time with the family and spending time with just remembering what you're grateful for, and looking at the Christmas list. I don't know if I've been bad or good, but hopefully if Santa wants to bring something, he'll bring a lot of wins here in the next couple days. And we're looking at this tournament that we're putting on for the Battle of Borders. Hopefully that goes okay. But wins and kids playing hard. That's what else can a coach ask for underneath this Christmas tree?
All right, double question. What is your favorite gift you've received under your Christmas tree in your short time here on this earth?
I want to say probably a new truck. The keys underneath a.
Wow.
I was a spoiled young man when I was younger. My grandparents have spoiled me to the fullest. And they bought us cars, my brother and I. Not as bad as one of my buddies got a car key, did not get the car, had to go outside, got the key. His parents just wrapped the key, ran outside, and there was no car.
Oh, man.
I actually had the car outside. So I would probably say that's the best gift. My fiance would probably tell me it was her because we did get engaged on December 17th. So it was right around Christmas time.
You didn't double up the gift, did you?
Nope.
Did not. Boy.
No. But yeah, so that's probably the best gift. So I'm a lucky kid, and I will admit to I have been spoiled through the years.
Coach, we're proud of you. Congratulations on your first win of the season. Many, many more to you, and we will talk to you next week here on Coach's Corner, presented by Gorby's.
Thanks, DJ, and thanks for everything you do, and go Bulldogs.